Hi, parents. My name is Jenny Lee, and I'm a psychology and empowerment specialist for youth. Welcome to the Parenting Compass, your trusted guide to navigating parenting in today's fast-paced digital world. Today, we're tackling a question many parents grapple with. Should kids have smartphones? Smartphones are everywhere, and it feels like every child wants one. But as a parent, deciding when or if your child should have their own device is a big decision. In this video, I'll walk you through the pros and cons of giving kids smartphones, share research-backed insights, and provide actionable tips to help you make the best choice for your family. Let's dive in. Why this decision matters. Smartphones can be powerful tools for learning, communication, and staying connected. But they also come with risks, like screen addiction, exposure to inappropriate content, and social pressure. Statistics. According to Common Sense Media, 53% of kids in the U.S. own a smartphone by age 11, and 84% of teens own one. A study by the American Academy of Pediatrics found that excessive smartphone use is linked to increased anxiety, sleep disturbances, and lower academic performance. The decision to give your child a smartphone isn't just about keeping up with trends, it's about understanding how it will affect their development and well-being. The pros of kids having smartphones. Let's start by exploring the benefits of giving your child a smartphone. 1. Communication and safety. Smartphones allow kids to stay in touch with parents, caregivers, and friends. They're especially helpful in emergencies, providing instant access to communication and location sharing. Example: if your child is walking home from school, having a smartphone lets them call you if they feel unsafe or need help. Apps like Life 360 can also help you track their location for added peace of mind. Challenge. Some parents worry that constant communication might lead to overdependence. To address this, set clear guidelines about when and how to use their phone for safety purposes. 2. Educational resources. Many smartphones give kids access to educational apps, videos, and online research tools. Apps like Duolingo for language learning or Khan Academy for tutoring can enrich their education. Research insight. Studies from Harvard Education Review highlight that students using educational apps show improved engagement and academic performance. Tip: if you're giving your child a smartphone for learning, preload it with educational apps and set usage limits to ensure balance. Number 3. Social connection. For older kids and teens, smartphones can help them stay connected with their friends through texting, calls, or social media. This can support their social development and help them build relationships. Case example: I worked with a shy teenager whose smartphone became a tool for connecting with classmates through group chats. It boosted her confidence and gave her a sense of belonging. The cons of kids having smartphones. While there are clear benefits, smartphones also come with risks. Let's look at the downsides. 1. Screen addiction and distraction. Smartphones can be addictive, with endless apps, games, and notifications vying for attention. This can interfere with schoolwork, sleep, and family time. Statistics. The American Psychological Association reports that 50% of teens feel addicted to their devices, and 60% of parents say their kids spend too much time on screens. Solution: set clear screen time limits using tools like Google Family Link or Apple Screen Time. Encourage offline activities like sports or hobbies to balance their time. 2. Exposure to inappropriate content. The internet is a vast place, and without proper controls, kids can stumble upon content that isn't age-appropriate. How to address it? Use parental controls to block explicit content. Install kid-friendly browsers like Safe Search Kids to limit what they can access. Regularly discuss what they might encounter online and how to handle it. Challenge. Some kids may feel restricted by parental controls. To overcome this, explain that these tools are there to protect them, not to spy on them. 3. Social media pressure. Social media can be a double-edged sword, exposing kids to peer pressure, cyberbullying, and unrealistic standards of beauty or success. Research insight. A 2023 study by Pew Research Center found that 35% of teens feel overwhelmed by the pressure to post content that gets likes and comments. How to mitigate it? Delay social media until your child is emotionally ready. Teach them to recognize unrealistic portrayals online. Monitor their accounts for any signs of bullying or distress. Tip: start with messaging apps like WhatsApp before introducing full social media platforms. Number 4. Cost and responsibility. Smartphones aren't cheap, and they require ongoing costs like data plans and repairs. Younger kids may struggle to take care of an expensive device. Solution: begin with a basic phone that focuses on calls and texts. Once your child shows they can handle responsibility, consider upgrading to a smartphone. Example: one family I worked with gave their 10-year-old a basic flip phone. After 6 months of responsible use, they upgraded to a smartphone with limited features. How to decide if your child is ready. Here are some questions to ask yourself before giving your child a smartphone. 1. What's the purpose of the phone? Is it for safety, communication, or social use? 2. Is your child responsible? Do they follow rules and take care of their belongings? 3. Can they handle online challenges? Are they prepared to deal with cyberbullying, peer pressure, and privacy concerns? If you're unsure, start with a trial period. Give your child a phone with limited features and evaluate how they use it over time. Creating a smartphone use agreement. If you decide to give your child a smartphone, set clear expectations from the start. What to include: screen time limits, e.g., no phones during meals or after bedtime, guidelines for appropriate apps and websites, rules for sharing personal information or photos. Example: one family I worked with created a written agreement that included consequences for breaking the rules. This gave their child a sense of responsibility while providing accountability. Addressing challenges. What if my child says, "Everyone else has one"? This is a common complaint. Remind your child that every family is different and that your decision is about what's best for them, not about following trends. What if they misuse the phone? Mistakes happen. Use them as teaching moments. For example, if your child sends a text they regret, talk about how to avoid similar situations in the future. So, should kids have smartphones? The answer depends on your child's age, maturity, and needs. To recap, the pros of smartphones include improved communication, access to educational tools, and social connection. The cons include risks of addiction, exposure to inappropriate content, and social media pressure. Decide based on your child's readiness and set clear rules to guide their use. Thank you for watching The Parenting Compass. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with other parents. Together, we can raise kids who are confident and responsible in the digital age. See you next time.